Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. I am so happy you all are enjoying the rods. I'm enjoying them so much because I don't have to use much brain power. I'm completely relying on the energies, and I don't have to worry about missing what a card means or the symbology. And those of you who have been in deep grief, you understand what I'm saying. Your brain takes a vacation just simply because it has to. All right. So today, thank you for everyone who's appreciating this. And today I'm going to go over some of the questions that you've put in the comments because I did ask for them. And so I'm going to honor that. I'm going to calm my energy down. But first, we're going to ask about the eclipse. And I forgot what the name of, see, that's how my brain is working right now. In a previous one, I couldn't remember the word eclipse. And some of you were so kind to remind me, and also my husband was. And so we are going to talk about the eclipse that is on August 12th. And it is going through Leo. And Leo rules kings. So today I'm going to ask the rods about the world's leaders one by one. The eclipse is actually going over Greenland. So we're going to ask about the King of Denmark because Denmark rules Greenland. What's going on there? It's going to be past the UK. So of course we're going to ask about the King of the UK. It's going across Spain. So we'll ask about the King of Spain. And he's been in trouble lately. And then it's going right across Egypt and then out. And so what about the pharaohs? Like, are we seeing some personalities from that time come back? Interesting. All right. I don't know if I'll go that far, but let's find out. First of all, someone had a really good comment that, and this was from R. Costa, who asked uh, um, at the beginning of all the rod readings, if I could ask the rods to show me yes and to show me no. And I agree, actually, I agree. I usually do, I've been doing that in private, talking to Corey a little bit, but I think she's right, it would calm some of the skeptics down. And a lot of people who do pendulums do that. They like to show everybody what's yes and what's no. So, deep breath. And remember, we're only working with energy here. We're not working, I can't move the rods myself. First question we should ask is, please show us yes. Please show us yes. Okay, thank you. Neutral, please. Neutral, neutral. Yeah, they already know what I'm going to ask, so they're already going that way. Please show us no. So that's no. All right. Neutral, please. Neutral, please. Neutral, please. Is Corey with us today to help us with these energy readings? Yes. Yes. Thank you, Corey. All right. So let's start with this eclipse in Leo. Will this eclipse in Leo rules kings? Look, it already knows what I'm going to ask. Mark a turning point for world leaders as a group. Yes. Yes. Okay. Neutral, please. Let's go country by country. Will the eclipse's energy touch King Charles? Neutral. Will it touch King Felipe of Spain? Or affect? Touch or affect? Yes. Yes. And I mentioned briefly he was in trouble lately. There's always been rumors about the Spanish um, uh, royalty. I mean, his father was ousted, and there's lots and lots of rumors about his wife has been fooling around on him and had a lover and all kinds. So they're not innocent either. I think every royal family has its troubles. But yes, the eclipse will affect King Philippe. Neutral, please. Neutral. Will it affect King Frederik of Denmark? because his path does cross Greenland, his realm. Yes. There's another king who's in trouble. His mother abdicated last year, and apparently she's been having health problems, and that's why she abdicated. She's in her 80s. Perhaps we're going to see something happening there for King Frederik. All right, let's go. This is interesting because the eclipse, it doesn't go directly through Italy, but it does touch part of Italy and Rome. Will this affect Pope Leo? And his name is Leo. Wow. The leader who carries this eclipse is, yes. And do you remember at the beginning of the year, I said we may see a new pope by the end of the year. So this will be interesting. All right, so let's go to other worldwide leaders. Let's stick with kings. Let's do the Emperor Naruhito of Japan. Yes. Ooh, interesting. Okay, now we are not doing kings anymore. Now we're doing political leaders. Will it touch President Trump? And I know President Trump, I think his ascendant is Leo. And J.D. Vance is a Leo. Yes, this eclipse will affect. Now, the effects of an eclipse can last at least 6 months. Some people say up to 2 years. I don't see energy lasting that long. I could see it lasting 6 months. So, yeah, that it will affect, this energy will affect President Trump. Neutral, please. Will it affect President Putin? Yes, boy, we're getting this. I think we're going to see something big happening. Will it affect President Zelensky of Ukraine? Yes, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it really will. Wow. Neutral, please. Neutral, please. Will it affect President Macron? Yes, boy. I don't think. Oh, the only one we didn't get as King Charles was a neutral. Will it affect? Now, I had Prime Minister Starmer, but apparently he's not the Prime Minister anymore. I was gently told by my husband. Burnham, he said, will it affect the new Prime Minister of Great Britain? Will there be, he's not the Prime Minister of Great Britain, of England. I'm going to neutralize that one because I honestly don't know what's going on, so I don't know what to ask. Yes, the energy's saying yes, please move on. All right, will it affect Prime Minister Carney of Canada? No. Will it affect President Xi of China? Oh, yes. Yes, neutral. Out of all the leaders the Rod said yes to, will one of them be a surprise and surprise the world before the end of 2026? Will one of them be a surprise? Of all the ones who said yes, will one of them be a surprise before the end of 6 months? Yes, so we're looking 6 months from now is February. All right, neutral, please. Oh, and Australia. I have to ask about Australia. I know my Australian girls keep asking, how come you never ask about Australia? Will this eclipse affect the Prime Minister of Australia? And pardon my ignorance if I don't know who it is. Neutral. Isn't this interesting? The King of Canada, the King of UK, and the King of Australia it's all neutral and its leaders. All right. If yes, that we will know that we'll have a surprise by one of these leaders mentioned within 6 months. Will we know who it is by the end of September? No. Okay. Neutral, please. Neutral, please. Will we know who it is by the end of January? Because we did already ask about the end of 2026. No. Thank you. Will it be a complete surprise in the month of February 2027? Yes. Oh, yeah, very much so. Very much so. Okay, so that's it for the eclipse. Now we're going to go on to your questions that you asked. Now, I do read every comment. I don't always have it on my studio that I can like it, but please be aware, I am aware of your comments, especially all your positive prayers and your positive reinforcements and your positive words. Thank you so much. You have no idea. Look at yes, Corey's saying yes, please. You have no idea how much that is helping and how it affects my day and when I'm really, really down. And I've had a really bad couple of days. I turn to those comments. As I've explained, Corey left us on the 10th of April, but his official date isn't until the 11th of April because he wasn't found. So today is 4 months. Today, August 11th, is 4 months since we heard the terrible news. Anyways, let's continue. All right, so from Cody Flex in Australia. And will we hear big or interesting news about Australia before the end of 2026? No, sorry. Do Australians want to hear big or exciting news or interesting news before the end of 2026? That's a neutral. So a neutral is also a maybe. So sometimes other things have to line up for big things to happen. So, and I apologize, you're right. I tend to miss out on Australia, and I do have a large viewership from Australia. So I'm going to really try my best to keep on top of that for you. So thank you for that comment. All right. From Nicola Jane in the UK. Will fuel prices in the UK come down before the end of 2026? Neutral to no, maybe to no. It's leaning towards no. It's leaning towards no. All right. So add to that. And will everyday costs ease for British viewers before the year ends? Oh, yes. That was instant. That was yes. So something is going to shift. That's good news. Okay, from Miga Mace. Will AI change everyday work life noticeably by the end of 2027? Let's do that neutral again. Neutral, please, neutral. Will AI change everyday work life noticeably? No, it turns no again. No. By the end of 2027, no. All right, well, that's interesting. I'm going to just piggyback on that. Can we go neutral, please? Can we go neutral, please? Will we see an AI bubble before the end of 2027? Oh, yeah. I'm going to say towards the end of 2027 because that was hesitant. So, yeah, I think we're going to see an AI bubble. Will companies be abandoning AI and going back to actual humans doing the work? For some things, yeah, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, for some things, yes. Okay. All right. So, from Sun Moon, will there be big or interesting news? Neutral, please. It's already getting anxious. Will there be big or interesting news about First Nations land agreements in Canada before the end of 2027? Now, I'm not sure if this has to do with some politics that are going on with Canada, with the breakup of Canada, or what's going on with other things, but it's neutral right now. So it's not big or interesting news about First Nation land agreements in Canada before the end of 2027. So I'm thinking that, oh, there's something here. There's something here. I was just going to say things in Canada move very, very slowly. Very slowly. So I was just going to ask about 2028. I'm going to say that there's news about land agreements, but it's not big or interesting news about land agreements. There you go. So yeah. So there'll be news about it. It'll continue to be in the news, but is it going to change anything? No. There's your no. All right. So there'll be news, but it won't change anything. Okay. From neutral, please. Neutral, please. From Diamond Girl, calling back to an old reading. Will Mamdani still be mayor of New York at the end of 2027? Yes. Yes. From, I don't know if that's good news for you or not. From DLAM, will Prime Minister Carney still be the Prime Minister at the end of 2027? Yes. Yes. Neutral, please. From Arncam, calling back to another old reading. Will Charles still be king at the end of 2027? Yes. Wow. Okay, and then this last segment is from around the world. And to everyone who waved at me from around the world, this segment is for you guys. From Linda in South Africa. Will South Africa have a reason to celebrate before the end of 2026? Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Neutral, please. For Emma and Lynn in New Zealand. Will New Zealand have a reason to celebrate before the end of 2026? Neutral or maybe? To know. Maybe no. For Ruth and Mary in Ireland, will Ireland have a reason to celebrate before the end of 2026? Oh, that was a big yes. That was a big yes. For Danielle in Brazil, will Brazil have a reason to celebrate before the end of 2026? Yes. And for Lisa in Switzerland, will Switzerland have a reason to celebrate before the end of 2026? No. Or maybe. Maybe to leaning towards yes, but not a big or interesting reason. All right. Now, here's a playful question somebody asked that for me to ask my rods. Do the rods enjoy answering your questions? Look at that. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And will the months after this eclipse be kind to the people watching this video? Yes. What a great reason to watch to the end. Oh, what a blessing. What a blessing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Corey for being our energy for today and being with us. And everyone, please get your health checked. Heart problems are the silent killer. And Look after yourselves, look after your loved ones. Tell people you love them. Send that text right now as soon as you stop the video. Yes. Take good care. We'll see you online. Bye for now.